So, hi, I'm Rainer, and welcome to what used to be my train room. So, if you're wondering what happened in here and you missed my last video, go back and look at my last video. I'll put the link up here. But, long story short, this is back to being an empty room. So, just over 2 years ago, beginning of February 2024, I recorded a video in this room. I was actually sitting at the other end of the room. I can't go over there because there's some empty cabinets in the way right now. But I talked about my plans for building a layout in here, and that's what I did. And amazingly, a lot of you guys joined up to watch what I was doing and seemed to enjoy watching what I was doing in here. But as I mentioned in my video a couple of weeks ago, life changes. I've taken this layout down. I'm going to be starting a new layout shortly, in a few weeks, maybe a couple of months. I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to take, in a new house in another city. Go back and look at my video and you'll see what I'm talking about, so I don't have to repeat all of that. But anyway, this is what's left. Nothing. All of my parts of the layout that I could salvage, the trees, the buildings, any of those removable scenery items, all of the cars, the rolling stock, most of the track switches have all been saved, and they are packed away in boxes and bins currently in the garage and in the hallway outside the room. And all the benchwork has been taken apart and hauled off to the dump. I'm not going to try to I decided not to salvage any of it because, well, some of it was already on its second layout, and when I build a new one, I wanted to use a little bit better quality materials, and some of what I did in here, and it would have been me trying to work around sections of old layout benchwork to make it match the new stuff, and it just wasn't worth the effort. I would just had to remove too many little bits and pieces that I had glued in place and stuff like that. So it just wasn't worth the hassle to do that and to move all of that benchwork the distance that we're going to be moving. So just not worth it. But as I mentioned, I started out by removing all the vehicles, all the rolling stock, packing it up, putting in boxes, and all of the cars and locomotives that I had original boxes for, I put those in the boxes. Anything that I didn't, I tried to pack up in either smaller plastic bins than to bigger ones, or some of the stuff that I thought was less prone to breakage, I put in Ziploc bags. I did the same thing with all of the structures. The larger ones just went into big plastic bins. The smaller ones I put into Ziploc bags and then carefully stacked them into bins. So my thinking was that, from what I found with pulling pre-built model kits out of boxes, what happens oftentimes is they settle and the little protruding parts catch on each other, and that's what breaks things off on a lot of these models. And by putting them in the Ziploc bags, well, it does two things. Those protruding parts are less likely to catch on other parts because they're protected by the bag that makes it kind of smooth and slippery. And secondly, if any parts break off, the parts stay with the model they belong with because they're in a bag. So that was my thinking with it. Once all the models were, the buildings and the vehicles and the rolling stock were packed up, I started pulling out all the trees. The trees got put into sections of styrofoam and then put into the bin. So I was able to create a double-tiered, a two-level stack of trees all into styrofoam. So hopefully they will be protected and not get damaged too much, because it was a lot of work building those trees and making those trees. And, there's no point doing it over again if I can save them. And I'm going to need more trees anyway because it's going to be a larger layout. But anyway, hopefully I've been able to save the trees. They're all packed in bins, ready to go. And then for the track, because of the way I put the track down, obviously the cork wasn't salvageable, but because I spiked my track down, I nailed the track down and didn't glue it down at all. And when I applied ballast, I used a fairly diluted mix of matte medium. So getting that to soften up was really easy. I just sprayed it with isopropyl alcohol, and within probably 30 seconds or a minute, that ballast was soft and just coming up. So I was able to just pop the spikes in the track and pull the track out. And I think of the entire double deck layout, completely the helix and everything, I think I probably lost maybe 2 feet of track in total out of the whole thing. And those were because they were joints that were either soldered or a couple spots where I did end up gluing the track down because I had to put gaps in the track, and I glued it down so that the rails didn't shift too much. So overall, not a lot of loss in that. I think I can use probably 95% of the track will be totally usable and work just fine. I think I got all of the track switches up without any damage. They look good. I'll see when I put them in and test them. I think they're going to be all fine. And so I'm happy with that. The wiring, I tried to save the wire connectors. The rest of the wiring is all chopped up into bits to get out of the Benchwork, so I didn't bother with most of that. Anyway, it's all packed up, ready to go, and I have some ideas for the plans for the new room, but I'll get into that later once I'm in the space and I can show you where I'm going to be building the layout. So that's probably all you're going to hear from me until I am actually moved up there, because really I have nothing more to show other than stacks of boxes with all my train layout, or what's left of it, in it, and an empty room. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Just a quick update, and I'll see you over there.